Hey everyone, welcome back to the Digital Deep Dive Show with me, Lee Daly. This is episode number 12 of the show, and we took 2 weeks off due to travel and the holidays, but we are back for the first summer edition of the show, and I'm fired up. We got a lot of things to talk about from tech and AI. I'm also going to highlight some Chicago spotlights and talk about where you can find me in real life and in front of a screen on the world-famous Zoom. Before I jump into the show, I want to remind you all ideas, thoughts are my own and not shared by any other organization. If you like the show, you can read it and listen to it on LinkedIn. You can also go and listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcast. We also re-host the show on YouTube. So if you are a YouTuber, now that YouTube is offering the podcast-like experience, you can check us out over there. All right, with all of that said, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, and let's jump into the show. So the first story was on the recent Google I/O event, AI or Bust, and it was really Google sort of drilling into the market that they are not just sitting back and letting Microsoft take over from a generative AI perspective, but they highlighted all the things that Bard, which is their big answer to ChatGPT, is doing with AI across the different sort of service offerings or aspects of Google. So a couple things that they wanted to highlight in their presentation was that they're doing a new AI-powered search engine, which if you've used is a fantastic user experience. It's sort of similar to ChatGPT, but it's connected to the internet, so the news is more current. And when you're actually having it help you do some content creation in the form of writing copy or content, it actually will give you 3 different options, or multiple options, I should say. I don't know if it's always 3, which you can examine. And I really like this view of the content read back to me or kind of help me create or co-author. Gives me just a sort of different perspective, almost like different tones, more direct, less direct, more formal, less formal. And then based on that information, you can, say back to it, make it more formal, less formal, shorten it up, tighten it up, etc. They've also talked about how they're doing work on translation, powering their camera, powering their assistant, search ads and services, and content recognition, can't speak. For me, this was basically AI with Google basically saying, hey, we're Microsoft, like I said, is not the only game in town. What will be interesting is what Amazon brings to market, what Facebook brings to market over the coming 6 months, and how the big tech companies, so Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Apple, will be using generative AI to help you be better in your life, perform better, operate better, et cetera, et cetera. If you go to LinkedIn, I've put the link for the Google I/O event so you can see all the content there, watch all the videos, obviously on YouTube, and take it from there in terms of your continuing learning about everything Google is doing in the AI space. Okay, so moving from one story on AI to the next, I want to talk about Lewis Manning and the Generative AI Roundtable. So Lewis Manning acts as a hub and is a nonprofit platform that facilitates the exchange of diverse ideas and perspectives. This dynamic space offers a unique opportunity for individuals to connect, collaborate, and learn from one another. Lewis Manning hosts a monthly executive roundtable. The topic of generative AI was the latest topic we captured. And it was a discussion between experts in the field talking about the potential risks and benefits of the technology. Full disclosure, I host the roundtable. I am one of the folks involved with Lewis Manning, and I'm really enjoying having just experts come on and talk and give their perspective. It's been a really fantastic way to connect with people online who I know and kind of gotten to know better, friends of friends, and people I've met along the way. Here are some takeaways from the roundtable that I thought were relevant to share here. that generative AI is a powerful technology that has the potential to be used for both good and bad. It is important to be aware of the potential risks of generative AI, such as creation of deepfakes and other forms of misinformation, aka bad actors using it. And there is the first time that I'm aware of, it is both the remedy or pill and the poison. So it can help and hurt, and it will be interesting to see how organizations use generative AI and large language models to support their operations and execution, and how their org and operating model continues to evolve to use AI to support the way the business runs. If you'd like to learn more, head to lewismanning.com to watch, listen, and learn. More content's going to be coming up on the website over the coming weeks as we start to continue to add our back catalog of content as well as future events we've got planned. All right, so let's talk about AI for powering tools for cultivating amazing personal and professional relationships. In 2021, Clay made its grand entrance, introducing a service that revolutionized the way I manage contacts in an effortlessly gathering data from my address book and various social media networks, including Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. The results of a tool that surpassed the limitations of a mere address book while steering clear of the conventional CRM system sales-driven approach. Clay has positioned itself as a home for my people, occupying a distinctive space as a personalized, relationship-centric database and contact management system. All right, that is a very tailored PR answer to what it is. For me, I've used CRMs personally and professionally. I use it personally to manage my individual relationships, everything from my kids, friends, parents to, folks that I play paddle tennis with. And it was just a different approach to CRM. I think they're totally right in their description that there's no a sales funnel. It's much more of a Slack-like experience with sort of a side widget that you can use to help you, remind you things, different workflows, tagging. So there's a little bit of customization. So it's not as structured. So if you're more of I like it structured and give me the framework, then Clay might not be for you. But if you're more of someone who's I just need the general outline and I'll create my own frameworks or templates, check out Clay. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, let's move to the best journalism narrated. Of course, it's another AI story, which you'd argue some of these companies are just going to throw AI on there for investor relations and help fundraising and marketing. I'm not saying that they did. I'm just saying that you're going to see more and more of that throughout this year. But keeping up with the world screen free is something that I've always been interested in, and that's why I listen to a ton of podcasts. I walk my dog at least once a day, sometimes twice, and that's where I capture or collect, and connect with friends, but also catch up on news. And, basically with this, you can pick your favorite articles and they'll be curated from a bespoke audio perspective. And so it's not it's hacking this together. They've actually built inroads and relationships with the Wall Street Journal, the Atlantic, Washington Post, Bloomberg, etc. And it leveraged to train its AI model that is powered by OpenAI technologies to read that to you. In full disclosure, I have not used the tool, but now that I'm back from holiday, I'm actually going to be checking it out, and I will give an update to what I think about the solution next time. Probably not next time, but by, let's say, episode number 15, since we're on 12 now, so give it a little bit of time and see if maybe there's some iterations and updates to the tool. But if this works, I'm keen to start, canceling other subscriptions and just capturing some of the audio content from some of my favorite publishers through this solution. All right, so let's move from AI and generative AI and large language models to TikToking. And by TikToking, I mean Amazon. And so Amazon clearly is a brand that recognizes trends and has the ability to build their own technology and solutions. And they've come out with Inspire, which is its TikTok-style vertical shopping feed. With Amazon Inspire, you can easily discover and shop products personalized to your interest from other customers, the latest influencers, and a wide range of brands. So why does this matter? Well, TikTok is such a captivating experience, and I think people are just now used to the sort of landscape or sort of, what is that, vertical viewing of content. And the fact that you can get influencers there creating videos, and you're able to kind of click on those videos and purchase, whether it's the shirt or the item in the video. I mean, it just like is super addicting, and will be interesting to see how Amazon is able to capture creators and viewers to be on their Inspire app versus TikTok, where more eyes are. I'm sure there's going to be maybe better rev share opportunities that Amazon will provide versus what's happening over on the TikTok side of the house. I think that the standalone app also will be integrated into the full Amazon shopping app or their primary app down the road. But this seems like a good opportunity to do like a beta run of this solution and get some market data and enhance it with better features. But, I haven't shopped this way yet, but I plan to do it. I just need to go find my favorite Amazon TikToker. So if anyone's out there on Inspire, hit me up. I'm kind of interested how you're creating content, and then what's the user experience on the seller side in terms of targeting different individuals and then converting them and then getting paid. Like, what does the end-to-end user experience look like? All right, that wraps it up for the news. Let's move over to the Chicago Spotlight. So we're going to talk about, we're in the middle of the summer, or we're not in the middle of summer, we're starting summer, but we're in the middle of kind of getting warm down here in the Chicagoland. And one of the big things that I always like to do in the summer is go to more baseball games, soccer games, and just sports in general. It just feels appropriate for the summer. And Promo Share enables our event clients to leverage their fan voice, passion, and network, and it rewards ambassadors with perks and status for growing sales and communities. So this service has basically allowed content creators and influencers to monetize their friends or their influence, and helps you sell tickets to the events. And I suppose it will help you sell unique additional kind of goods through this platform. I'm not 100% sure on the goods, but that just seems like a logical flow. It allows you to do this through like a hashtagging, and it drives Instagram and TikTokers to convert to purchase tickets and increase kind of the fan experience. I think this is just one of many tools that will come out like this in the fan experience. Obviously, I'm a hometown fan, and I think it's really cool that we're doing this in Chicago, and curious to see who all out there is already using this and what the fan, similar to the Amazon app, what does the user experience look like, both in terms of the consumer as well as the publisher or the influencer? If you've been on the app, hit me up. If you are from Promo Shares, hit me up. I'd love to have you guys on the show to talk about your user experience and your kind of service, and see where you guys think the market is headed. Okay, let's talk about some events coming up in real life and digital. So on June 13th, I will be in Chicago at the Changing Landscape of M&A, and this is from 5 to 7:30. I've got all the links on my LinkedIn newsletter, so you can go there. And after that, we've got the Aftershock, the future of mid-market banks after the Silicon Valley bank collapse. I'm pretty interested in this one because it's a little different than my normal sort of tech or private equity. It's obviously touching venture and private equity, but it's much more on the bank, and there will be sort of more trend and economic analysis is my hypothesis. And I usually really enjoy those speaking series and just sort of the insights more on the economic side. So fired up for that one. We've got the executive briefing series, The State of Cyber. cybersecurity, that is, coming up on June 14th. So that's going to be in the morning. So I've got 2 events on June. If you're interested in that, contact at lewismanning.com to get access to the event. You can obviously hit me up on LinkedIn if you are interested, and I will extend to you the meeting link for that private meeting. And then the last event to talk about will be another in the real life event. I'll be heading to DealFest in the Northeast. That's going to be on the 22nd of June, but we will be hosting an event on the 21st, a cocktail event for capital allocators and operators. So if you are in the Boston area and the 21st, hit me up and I will extend the invite for that private event. And for everyone else, looking forward to seeing them at DealFest on the 22nd at the Boston Convention and Exhibit Center. All right, that wraps it up for episode number 12 of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and follow the newsletter on LinkedIn. I very much appreciated that. And with that said, we'll catch you next week on episode number 13. Thanks for tuning in.